shoot here.
First clinch situation here. Holly's improved a lot in these situations.
Yeah, she's definitely much more of a well-rounded martial artist these days. It's not just kickboxing or boxing for her. She will take the fight to the ground, as you saw with Megan Anderson, and land some vicious ground and pound down there.
Well, that fight was a great adjustment for her because Megan's so tall and so strong on the feet and a legitimate 145-pound fighter.
Yes.
Left hand busy with the hand.
Use it, let's get your right arm back. Get your right arm back. Left hip, right arm back.
Nemiroff bold character since 1872. Just over 2 minutes here to go in round one.
Good head position here by Holm. Just spearing her into the jaw with her forehead.
Yeah, and that is so uncomfortable. If you've never experienced that, I don't recommend you start, but especially with the fence behind you, it's just...
Herzog allowing the fighters to work here in the clinch. Pennington trying to fight for an underhook, unable to do so.
Yeah, she's going to frame off, try to get some separation so she can dig that underhook. But you got to watch the right hand or the elbows there from Holly Holm as well.
Yeah, there you go. Get ready, stop.
She's got double underhooks here. She's trying to dig that right knee in between the legs there. And look for her to try to drag Raquel down.
Push your head away and then down.
Soft warning from Herzog for more action.
There's a good knee inside by Pennington.
Get your own hook.
Holly is so physically strong, and you can see it here as she's pressing against her. She's so heavily muscled.
Oh, there we go. Some dirty boxing there from Holly. Nice reversal there.
Pennington turns her around here. And look at that, Holly immediately turns her around again. And you see that strength advantage for Holly Holm.
If you lock, you sink slow. Yes. Yes.
Referees seem to handle these clinch situations differently, but Jason Herzog allowing the fighters to work.
Here, you got 15.
Pennington turned it around again, but what I'm surprised is that she's not trying to disengage. And she's trying to take her down. Look at this. And Holly's got a guillotine.
All right, first round is down. Tonight's Corner Cam brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink. Superior hydration with no artificial flavors or dyes. Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Grab one today at 7-Eleven.
There's one. One more big one.
That's good. That's good.
You felt her power. You reversed her. This is all she wants to do is clinch. How many times did she hit you? Did you feel anything? You cannot respect your power. You need to come forward. You need to come forward, Raquel. When you came forward, that's what created the most disturbance in the fight. Let's leave it at that.
Hey,
right?
come forward, you win. Let's go get him.
Stacks are there. Now it's time for the jerk ponies. The jerk ponies. We start opening up for that, all right? Jerk ponies, and then when you go, I want Max's behind stuff, right? Waves, Max's, jerk ponies. That's it.
Hey, you found the double leg. That's the double leg she wants. Stuff the head.
What she wants.
Get under the face.
Out of all the odd codes that people use, that one, jerk ponies, is that what he said? Was that what he was saying?
I thought, at first I thought maybe trick ponies, but yeah, I think you're right.
I think he was saying jerk ponies. And then there's something else in there too. But fighters oftentimes use that. Coaches use weird codes.
UFC 246, McGregor versus Cowboys, brought to you by the official meal of UFC. Never just eat, devour. All right, here we go, round two. Pennington takes the center of the octagon in green. Holly Holm in blue. Right back to work goes Holm with that side kick to that lead leg of Pennington.
Pennington's got to be careful with the way she's closing the distance because she's just charging, right?
Well,
she's frustrated.
Yeah. And her corner was saying, don't respect her power, which I mean, I get what they're trying to get out of their fighter, but man, that's a dangerous thing to tell somebody when you're facing Holly Holm.
Yeah, I mean, Holly Holm dropped Jermaine Durandamy, who's a 10-time world Muay Thai champion with a straight left, because Durandamy was trying to close the distance. I mean, Holly Holm's got tremendous power, but she throws a lot of strikes without that power.
Right.
But she has it, like right there.
All right, let us now check in with the coach, Trevor Whitman. Trevor.
Holly Holm is one of the best counter strikers in the game. She's got power and leverage. When she knocked out Holly Holm, she took an angle and threw the kick. As Holly was just chasing her, as Ronda Rousey was chasing her in. The thing what I believe Pennington needs to do is create different types of angles, like almost like if you're playing football and you're trying to go from side to side, shifting side to side. You have to get her off balance to get her backwards. You can't just charge, especially with a counter fighter.
She's used to get away from that front leg side
lateral
kick.
Motion. When you see Holly in that karate stance, she is chopping with the leg because she's got the wide stance and she's trying to come down on the knee. Now, if you switch up your stance, almost go square, like you're going to juke in football, side to side, get them off balance. Once they start going backwards, then you can unleash some power shots.
One of the best striking coaches out there, Trevor Whitman. Thank you for the insight. Under 3 minutes now to go, round 2.
Every time Pennington turns her around, Holly muscles her way back to the cage again. Yeah. This woman is very strong. And you're seeing this with Holly's focus on grappling over the last couple of years. You've really seen some big improvements in her clinch work and her ability to muscle girls around.
And when
like right here.
Yeah, Raquel will switch it, but then she just stays right there, which is, giving Holly the opportunity to turn her right back around. When she gets this opportunity now, she needs to find a way to try to either get the fight right to the ground or get some separation, because she's not winning these clinch battles along the fence.
She's not, and she's not using her most effective techniques, which are her hands. Yeah. She's got to figure out a way to disengage and how to land strikes with her hands. Holly has an advantage with the kicks, and she seems to have a big advantage in the clinch.
The new movie, The Gentleman, is in theaters Friday. Critics are saying it's a triumphant return to the gangster comedy. All hail The Gentleman.
All hail Guy Ritchie. That guy's never had a dud yet. All his movies are awesome. Big knees by Holly, and there's the kick.
Well, here we go. She's got some separation now. That's what she's got to do. Now she's got to really press the issue, move forward, look for big strikes. Easier said than done when you've got Holly Holm looking to counter-strike against you.
Look at this, the clinch. That's most surprising and impressive, is that Holly is able to repeatedly get that clinch. And for Pennington, this has got to be incredibly frustrating, right? This fight has been stuck in her craw for all these years, thinking about that one fight that really changed the course of her career, put Holly in a position to fight Ronda Rousey for the title, and it could have been Pennington.
And she probably came into this one thinking that it could be a good stand-up battle, and Holly just flipped that on its head and was like, I'm going to take that out of your hands and just muscle you, clinch you, and wear on you.
Pennington's coaches are getting frustrated, right? But you can't take your frustrations out on the referee. Your fighter's got to figure out a way to get out of a compromising spot.
Listen, Randy Couture won titles like this, right? Clinching and beating you up and wearing you out. And that is what Holly Holm is doing right now. This is effective mixed martial arts technique. You might not like it because you want blood or you want knockouts, but listen, she's winning. That was a nice knee to the body there by Pennington. Oh, but that was one in the crotch.
Well, there are a lot of fans who don't want any separations in these situations, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think you should ever stand someone up, and I don't think you should ever separate. I think if the person wants to get up, they should figure out a way to get up. And if you want to get out of this position, but just spin her around and disengage. You got to. This is what fighting is all about. She doesn't want to be here. Holly is making her fight like this. So there's a nice knee to the body right there by Pennington. That's how you create separation.
I agree with you, Joe, unless I'm fighting.
And look at this, Pennington, when she gets that separation, then she goes to the clinch.